what did it mean to take care of business at home? You had to have this one to stay alive. What did it mean?
Yeah, obviously this was an important game, and like I said earlier in the week, the ball's in our court. We just got to put it in the hoop. So, it's just the first half of um, the division. So we just got to make sure we just finish out the season.
Was this one of the more physical secondaries that you faced this season?
Um, yeah, I would say so. Yeah, yeah.
How nice.
Did you feel like you had to make any adjustments as the game went on because of the physicality and the way? I'm not gonna say the way it was being officiated, but they were letting you guys play a bit.
No, I mean for sure, and I'm still learning that. Not just this game. It's just what I can get away with and what I can't get away with, and obviously, like you said, the refs was letting us play today, and obviously I'm not. I haven't been in the league long enough to get any calls, so I just got to earn my stripes around here, and when the ball comes, I got to make a play.
You are much more involved today, productive, the whole bit. What do you attribute that to?
Shoot, I mean, it's just obviously Bryce trusting me, and then the game plan. Obviously the last couple weeks was slow, but I trust in their process. I trust in their game plan, and it just so happened to be today where I was a little bit more involved, and I'm super grateful for it. And I'm not going to sit here and act like I had a good game because I didn't. So I just got to take advantage of the opportunities that come my way.
You guys have had so many tight games, Bryce helping you drive down and win. How does that carry over from game to game when you get into it again like today, that you need points, that we can do it again?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's good that we finish games, and we're good at the end of the game as far as finishing drives and scoring points. But it's a little too close for comfort sometimes. But for some reason, that's where we thrive, and that's kind of the area that we excel at. And I feel like we just got to do a better job at starting faster.
T-Mac, you said that you didn't have the perfect game. Can you expound on that? Why are you so critical of yourself?
Man, I just I feel like there's some times where it's hard when you don't get the ball sometimes, but then when the ball comes, you got to make a play. That's what everybody relies on you for. That's what everybody counts on you for. So there's sometimes where I came up short, or I was looking for a call, but I didn't, and I just got to fight back and fight contact with contact and just catch the ball.
T-Mac, these big moments for this young team and these big games that you're playing, how important is this just for the growth, and how have you seen these guys, yourself included, sort of grow up?
I mean, for sure, this is obviously big games, but man, it's just hard because our season's been so up and down. We've been so inconsistent. We've had really highs and then we've had really lows, and we just got to find that happy medium to where we just stay consistent. And obviously December ball is the most important ball in football in the NFL. So we just got to continue to strive and continue to stay consistent.
How do you keep that momentum for next week?
Man, that's a question we all got to ask ourselves every week, and but nothing changes. We just gotta keep our head down. Flush this game, even though we're in a good spot. We gotta flush it and get ready for this upcoming week.
What's that handshake with Bryce like? How'd y'all come up with it? Was it inspired by baseball playing in your past? What's that about?
Honestly, I don't know. We kind of just we was kind of feeling it out the first couple weeks to where what should we do? Should we add things? Should we take stuff out? And kind of our mindset with that is we trying to hit it out the park. Go for the home run ball every time. So kind of just me tossing it up, and then he hit it out the park, and then we just watch it go out.
Tetairoa, what did it mean to just see JT make that big play, and Bryce obviously extend things there on the touchdown?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, immediately I went to Bryce because I knew that it was his doing, and we wouldn't have scored, and JT wouldn't have got the ball unless he extended the play, make guys miss, and be the quarterback that he is. So yeah, that was a fantastic play for sure.
Considering how many of these game-winning drives you guys have had now, how would you describe your comfort in that situation versus the first few you experienced?
Shoot. I mean, honestly, I feel like the comfort level is still the same from the beginning of the season. Like I said, throughout the whole season, Bryce just has that demeanor in him, those late drives, and it's contagious. And I believe he has the most game-winning drives in so. I mean, that speaks for itself for sure.